All right. Quick assumption. So if you don't like this assumption, it might not be for you, right? So go ahead and skip. It might not be for you. But anyways, just an observation, if you will, right? 1 plus 1 equals 2. You do the math. I don't know. Let's get to it. So for the most part, you have a job. You try your best at it. And you might not even really like your job, but over the time that you've been there doing your job, you became really good at something you don't even enjoy doing. Pardon. That was nasty. Anyways, you're doing a job that you don't even really like doing, but you became so good at it that now you're like, it's not that bad. Now imagine this. You do a job that you enjoy and you work hard at that. Then imagine how much better you would be at something you enjoy doing. Right? You work to make this money and you're like, I don't want to take a pay cut. I'm making some good money. The check comes and you're like, I'm kind of feeling good. Now imagine, right? This may not be you, right? I told you to leave at the beginning of the video. This is not you. So we're going to say this is you. You make money. The paycheck comes. You're like, okay, I'm feeling good. Halfway through that pay week, you're like, nah, I really don't like it. Is it worth the money? I might just be blabbering on. What if you just tried hard at something you wanted to do? Imagine how much better you would be at that. And the money that came from that, you would be like, well, I'm making enough money and it's what I enjoy. So you'd be living lavishly. You'd be balling, right? But right now you're stuck in this place of, I don't know, you don't enjoy it. I don't know, because I talk to a lot of people and they're more comfortable with staying where they are because they've already built a foundation, right? And it's not fun to make change. Yeah, we all know that, right? It's weird and it's uncomfortable. But imagine you took a step into a place where you like. Imagine how much further you'd actually be. And this is just a thought, right? This is just out there. So this could be so fake. But in all seriousness, if you just believed in yourself, you could probably be killer, right? You could probably be killer. But it takes some determination and responsibility to be like, this is what I want to do. I don't know why I'm holding it. Like, anyways, so figure out what you really want to do, right? You work at this POS job. Figure out what you want to do. Write out a plan. Journal. Write. Discover. Indulge into your inner worth and what that looks like for you on a daily. Whether that be you want to wake up at 3 a.m. like Mark Wahlberg and get your day started and end the day at 7. Who knows? That could be for you. It's not for me. Right? Just figure out what that looks like. Work on it. And then eventually you'll figure out, okay, this is what I think I might like to do. And go try it. Go try it. It's so crazy how many opportunities are out there. But we live in this state of comfortableness because I have no clue. I don't know why. Because it's comfortable and it's risky. And like one video I came across says, everything is risky. Life is risky. We're not going to get out of it alive. Right? So if the case is we're going to die no matter what, why not try? And I hate to bring this up, but I had 2 friends die. I'm only 22, and I've had 2 friends die. And I've known high schoolers die around where I am that my friends knew. And they're only 19. What? go ahead and do something. You have time. You sleep. You drink. You eat. You go to bed. Work on you instead of just working so hard on the job you do. Because I don't know where I'm trying to get at in this video. But just be true to yourself. Figure that out. You know what I mean? Maybe it's the Red Bull. But I ain't got no wings. But my friends do. Okay, that's not funny. Anyways, you have time, right? A little bit. But at least live day to day. Comfortableness is okay every now and then, but you need to establish something that makes you feel fulfilled. Because I know a lot of people live like robots. And maybe that's the whole scheme of this video and the whole theme of it. Is just to not live like a robot. Because there are 4 types of people. You have the employees, the self-employed, those are the bottom tier. Then you have the top tier, the business owners, and the investors. You have the robots, the self-employed robots. Then you have the business owners who control the robots. And then you have the investors who invest into the business owners who control the robots. So I don't really want to be a robot. You know what I mean? Nobody really does. But if you eat, sleep, and then work, and then go home and repeat, that's a system. And only robots run on systems. This video is everywhere. Establish an understanding of who you want to be by taking the time out of your day for yourself, right? You work for 8, 12, 16 hours. Set some time aside for you to understand what a life you want to live looks like. And once you figure that out, you can move on and be a little bit uncomfortable. Because everything's risky, right? As soon as you get in the car and drive somewhere, you're putting yourself at risk of getting in a crash. What? So, what if you were to just move? Right? We must... Hold on. I'm back. I've got a note. One thing you must do is move, right? And whatever pops in your head first, whenever I say move, do that first. Give it some thought, obviously. Think about it. Don't just be impulsive now. What does that look like for you? Whether that be physically, move to a whole nother geographical place. Emotionally move. What does that mean? Happy? If you want to be sad or in a different emotional state, do that. Mental state, whether you want to be content with where you are or you want to have a busy work life. Whatever that looks like to you. Spiritually as well, pray, meditate, religion. Make a move, whatever that looks like. Geographic, emotion, feeling, spiritual. Move, whichever one pops in your head. But don't be impulsive. Think about it, right? Think it through. And we must not be stagnant or stay comfortable. Unless you are older and desire to relax, right? That's different. You've already been through this phase in your life. I guess I'm talking to the younger generation, but if you are younger, live your life and stop being complacent and content, because there are so many opportunities and we are only young once. And you can only do certain things when you're young, when you don't have as many responsibilities, right? Because as we get older, we tack on different responsibilities and blah, 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 real life stuff. While you're still young, you could travel, you get a new job, you could go anywhere, you could move, try something. So, it's a whole life lesson in here, I guess. Just work hard on you. That's the theme of this video. Marking it down. Establish your morals, ethics. What does that look like? What do you enjoy? What do you like? What do you not want in your life? And what do you want in your life? Set out this outline for yourself and establish an understanding of, okay, this is who I want to be. And, all right, well, what does this person do? What do they do on the daily? What do they look like? Do they have short hair, long hair, highlights, colored hair, facial hair, Are they fit? Do they go to the gym? Do they read books? Do they study? Do they write? Do they do all these different things? What does that person look like? What car? What house? Right? And start to build that foundation. Like, okay, well, this is what it looks like. Well, how do I get there? What do I need to do? Let me slow it down for you. Work on you and establish an understanding of you. So then you can start to build that foundation for yourself. Right? It's a building block. And we're all just trying to make it to the pinnacle, the apex of life. And when hard times pass, because when you try to change, temptation rolls in, and trials and trying all come into play, and you get upset about things and mad at the world, like, why is this happening to me? But if you ask for change, if you ask to become a new person, you must have pressure applied to you to be reshaped and molded into a new form, right? It's like we're clay and we're trying to make a sculpture. Well, we have to reform it, move it, change it. We have to do all these things to it. And it's painful because pressure is being applied to you. But it's okay. I can tell you it's okay because that's how you know when something's happening. At every mountaintop, you realize there's another mountain, right? You're like, okay, that was just a level 1. Now we're on level 2, and so on and so forth. Build an understanding of who you want to be and follow that. Make a list of all the things you would like to do, have, be, etc. We'll stop there. Good luck with that.